Good morning, good morning, good morning. Comparison is the thief of joy. So don't compare your weather with my weather right now. It's pretty cold, it looks beautiful, I know that. We're going to do a little tour in a moment of the Cirencester Amphitheatre, which is right behind me right now, and I'll show you all that in a minute. But first of all, I want to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life, because every day is your birthday when you choose to celebrate life every single day. Because isn't it a phenomenal time to be alive, as my friend Nick James would say? I can't believe I'm saying that almost every day now on this here. Because you're awake and you're alive and you're watching this video and you're feeling marvellous. Now, if you saw my last video, which was 2 days ago, you'd have seen me go down a bit. And of course, what was happening there is I was comparing myself with some other people, and that was what was bringing me down. I think it was Pippa. Hello, Pippa. How are you doing? Going to get a little bit of a tour of the Cirencester Amphitheatre in a minute. You should come visit one day. Yeah, so I was comparing myself to other people, and the top 10 from yesterday, which was Simon Sinek's video, which is linked in the description below, was brilliant because he started off the whole thing with a story about that, and I'm going to tell you that story in a little bit. But first of all, I want to say happy birthday to the people who, I was going to say people whose actual birthday it is today, but actually there is only one person whose birthday it is today, and a few people whose birthdays it was yesterday. So just Louise Carrier, it's your birthday today, so happy birthday to you. And then happy birthday for yesterday to Ruth Simmons. Hello, Ruth. I don't have met you in person yet, but I can't wait to. Warrior lady, runs like warrior retreats, or was running warrior retreats in Spain. COVID's gotten away a little bit, but looking forward to coming out there and doing one of your warrior retreats at one point. That'd be fantastic. Rachel Sestina, an accountant. Can't remember where you live, down south of me anywhere, somewhere. Hope you're well. Hope you had a lovely day yesterday for your birthday. Tom Warren, don't know you, and Kjell Fruitier. I love the name Fruitier. That's kind of cool, isn't it? I have no idea where I know you from, Kjell, either. But hope you had a lovely day yesterday. Helena Buchanan, Lee Prosser, and Deeza B. Again, don't know where I know you guys from. So let me know in the description below if you watch this video how I know you, where I know you from, what you do, what you sell, how we can buy stuff from you, and all that sort of stuff. Anybody who I mention whose actual birthdays it is today or in the last couple of days or something, feel free to tell us what you do and pitch yourself in my comments. That would be lovely. But happy birthday to all of you guys. Right, let's do the little birthday blowing out the candles thing and breathing exercise that I always talk about doing. I have to free up my fingers though, because it is a bit chilly. So, although I'm getting warm now, warmer as the sun's coming out and warming up the ground and the earth around me. So, get one thing. So, what's the one thing that we're going to do in either in the next hour or in the next 24 hours? And get it in your mind. What's the one thing you're going to get achieved? So, blow that candle out. Then take this hand, put it on your heart, and then breathe in 5 through your nose. And then light your candles on your left hand. 5 candles, and then blow out your 5 candles while you imagine the thing that you're going to get done. But also, and this is why it's a good idea to do this 5 times. The second time through, you can say happy birthday to yourself. The third time through, you can say happy birthday to the people on my list if you want. The fourth time through, you can say happy birthday to all the people in the world, because everybody is alive. It's their birthday today. And then you can do it 5th time through. You just go think positive thoughts for the whole world, for yourself, and just love the life that we're all living. So anyway, there you go. That's happy birthday to everybody. Somebody was telling me yesterday I should get my Freedom Cube out a little bit more often and tell people about my Freedom Cube. Here is my Freedom Cube. I will be saying more about this in the future. It contains the 15 pillars of everyday happiness. For those people who are struggling with depression and anxiety, I can help you with that. We may talk about that in a little bit. I forgot to start my timer. That's very annoying. Anyway, it's 8:20. I'm just going to go with that and see if I can finish up in 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera around a little bit and do a little tour before we talk about the topic of the day, which is comparison and thief of joy. But yeah, don't compare yourself with my beautiful Cirencester that I'm currently living in. Okay, so here's me. Hello, how you doing? This is a little map thing we've got going on here that shows Cirencester basically and where we are, and there's the amphitheatre there, and then you've got the abbey just over there, as you can see that. So very beautiful there. But it's a lovely little thing that the people have built here, this road. And there is a particular reason why I'm coming up here to show you all this as well. That's the amphitheatre over there. We're going to walk down towards that in a minute. And obviously you can see all this other stuff here. And then you've got a big dual carriageway going through there, so you might be able to hear the the road noise in the background. And there's a big wood which you're going to come to in a minute, just over there as well. So yeah. Anyway, so comparison, the thief of joy. That's the topic of the day today. So Simon Sinek did this really cool story. Yes, I'm going to pause here and tell you the story because I want to show you something else in a minute about habits in a second. So his story was, and this kind of relates back to the story I was telling you a couple of days ago on my last live, which was he had this one other author that he was always comparing himself to, and when he looked on the lists of books and sellings and how well people were doing on the Amazon list, and whenever he saw the other person do well, he was like, oh, that's annoying, I hate that guy. That kind of feeling inside himself. And then one time he was at one of these events where he was speaking at, and the other author was also there, and they were both speaking back to back. And they were told by the organizer to introduce each other. And so Simon Sinek stood up onto this stage and said, this next author's coming up, and I hate you because you're good at all the things that I'm bad at, and whenever you succeed it reminds me how bad I am at the things that I'm not very good at. So here he is, the speaker, and then the other speaker stood up and turned to Simon Sinek and said, I feel the exact same thing about you, Simon. It's just brilliant. Obviously, when you hear it from Simon Sinek in the video link below, it's well worth listening to that. It's a good story, especially the way he tells it, because it's obviously very personal to him. But the concept there is, of course, that he was comparing himself to this other guy, and he was feeling bad about this other guy because the other guy was really good at stuff that he was bad at, and the other guy was thinking exactly the same thing about him. So as like I always talk about, when you're looking on social media, when you look at somebody else on social media, you're seeing only the projected part, the bits that they're allowing you to see. You're not seeing all their behind the scenes. You're not seeing all their struggles, all their worries, all their mental health problems. I talk about Caroline Flack, and we kind of see that sort of celebrity front on face. There were cracks. You could see the cracks if you were looking, especially if you were looking for them, behind her scenes. But obviously she was really sort of seriously struggling behind the scenes. But you don't see that. A lot of people were looking at going, I wish I had her life. And then you look at what actually happened to her, and she ended up committing suicide. And you think, well, maybe life wasn't so good for her after all. So you compare yourself to people's Instagram feeds or their Facebook feeds, and you only see what they allow you to see, the curated, good-looking version of their lives. And you're comparing yourself, your behind the scenes, all the negativity and all the bad stuff that you see every single day in your life, and you're comparing it with theirs, and it's not healthy. And of course those people are then turning around and looking at your life, and you're putting out on social media all the best bits of your life and all your curated stuff, and so that person might be looking at your feed and thinking, I wish my life was like them. So again, it's the same thing. So they're looking at you, wishing their life was like you, and yours, and you're looking at their life and wishing your life was like theirs, and you're comparing each other, and you're destroying the joy of both of you. And it's not good. It's not a good thing. So don't do that. Anyway, so Simon Sinek, top 10, really, really good, well worth listening to in the description. And that's what I was doing yesterday. And now you can see I'm significantly better now. And if you'd watched that video as well, you'd seen it towards the end. I recognised that I was sliding down a slope, and I picked myself up, grabbed it, and then changed the way things were going. Double check there isn't anyone behind me. And then I had a day yesterday. I had an interesting day yesterday. I had a lot of conversations yesterday. I did actually get dressed and go out I was going to go out for a run. Had a phone call. Somebody said, can I give you 15 minutes of feedback on something? And I was like, yeah, cool. So I went out for a walk while I was talking to her, thinking to myself, well, I'll finish that call in 15 minutes. I'll do a quick 10-minute run, get back for my meeting at 9:30. And we ended up talking for 2 hours. So that ruined my kind of morning routine a little bit yesterday. But it was good all information. And she was the one that said you should get your Freedom Cube out more often. So I will do that. Hello Samantha, by the way, thank you for watching. Lovely to see you. Right, here's the cool thing. So I talk about habits a lot, and I talk about how I teach people how to rewire their brains, and how you can rewire your own brains too. I'm going to get somebody in the background of this video in a second, which is slightly annoying, because in fact they are breaking the rules exactly the way that we're going to talk about in a minute. So I'm going to flip the camera around so that I can try and catch this before they get here. So you can see here that there's a path around the left hand side here where the council want you to go, and then you can see that there's a path up there where people often walk up the hill. You can see the lady walking down now, and the council have put up signs initially to say please don't go that way. And then eventually they put up a fence to say, please don't go that way. And then and then you can see that people have actually taken the fence down. I'm going to flip the camera around before the lady gets too close so that she doesn't know that I'm videoing her. So I might have to pass her a video on the way through. So you can see, so when you're looking at that, and I'll wait for her to come past me. I'm just going to grab a little card in case she wants to know what's going on. And I'm going to walk past her, and then we're going to look back onto this in a second. So there you go. Sorry about this, I'm going to have to go. There we go. I do videos every day, and you just snuck into the back of that one, so I stopped recording as soon as you came down the hill because I was talking about the gap in the fence here.
Sorry.
But no, it's all right, it's fine. Just in case you want to have a look at it yourself. It goes on YouTube eventually, so later on today you'll see yourself in the background, but I cut it off before you came to the bottom of the hill. So and you'll see this conversation that we're having right now as well. So okay. All right. So anyway, so the idea. So yeah, I'll flip the camera around again now the lady's gone past. Okay, so yeah, so you can see that people have knocked the fence down here so that they can get up there, and if they break the rules, and then they can go the way that they feel like they want to go, because people, they've got this is the easy path up to the route, or as she was saying, she came back down this way, and she wanted to go that way, which is fine. She wanted to go down. She didn't actually go past the fence, so you need to see that she didn't actually come off she went around, and you can see that there's, in fact, I'll show you over here. So people have actually gone around the fence like this, you see, and you can see there's a sign here saying, please use the main path, which is this one over here, not this one that everybody's creating. So it kind of says, please use the main path, but now people have created their own main path around here. And I'll go over here, I will break it slightly, break the rules slightly. There you go, because there's a fence here that says, please don't go down here. And there is a main path. I don't know whether the council have just decided that, okay, we're going to accept this main path down here anyway. So I'm going to go up this way anyway, because it is an easy route, and they haven't blocked it off completely. So anyway. So the point is here that we have these paths in our brains, we have these mental routes that are really easy to follow, that we've done for years. We've walked this path so many times, and that's why when you come down here and look back when you look at this path, you go, how am I going to get from here to that path over there? Do I just cut through the really easy route down here where somebody else has walked 3 or 3 times before, or do I go up to the top of the hill, all the way back down again, back down to the proper path over there, all the way along there? Oh, I'm just going to go the easy path. Of course I am going to go here. But if there was a big path, big blockage here, or there was a trees or something, if it was more like kind of like this, or this kind of like overgrowth here, or even going down here, steep slope. So I wouldn't want to go down the steep slope. So I'm going to go the easy path, which is the easy path. This is the easy path, of course it is. And so and that's what's happening in our brains. We've been this route so many times in our heads. We've walked this path in our heads so often that it's the easy route to go, and so we take the easy route. This is going to be a very long video, isn't it? I just realised. Anyway, and what we need to do, of course, is we need to rewire that, and that's what I teach you in my programs, my 7-day challenges. I show you how you can rewire those pathways, block the old routes, change the habits, do new things, and live a life you love. So if that's interesting to you, let me know. Right, I'll flip the camera around again so I can show you the actual amphitheatre. Here we go. Look, here is the amphitheatre, and that is where obviously they sat on here, and people, spectators, while the Christians were, all the gladiators fought down there. If you've ever seen the film Gladiator, that's what was going on down there in the pit, and they would fight down the bottom of the pit. There's the Abbey again over there, and that's that's not a hospital actually, that's St James's Place over there. St James's Place, and the hospital is just behind these trees over here, and there's a nice little wood over there, which is very cool. And you can see this is quite a steep slope down here, so I'm going to be a little bit careful as I walk down here because it's quite wet as well, so I could easily slip. Little bit careful. But now I'm in the gladiators area. Here we go. So if I was in the gladiators, there you go, I'd be in here fighting, and the crowd would be roaring around me. There's even a place here for tying up. Tying up. Look at this. and we're guessing, most people would think that this is probably where they tied up the like tigers and things, or lions rather, or something, I don't know. Anyway, there you go. That is Cirencester Amphitheatre, ancient place, which I've probably spoken too much about. I might have to split this one up for two on Instagram. Here's another one of those little tying points of some kind. I don't know what's going on there, or fence post perhaps. And so this is the route that we're supposed to take, and then we go back down to the main path down there, back up to the top again, for the whole route. There you go. And I do wish they'd make this into a better path along here, but apparently they don't. And I've talked about this before, the similar sort of thing here. People try and stop people going over that top thing. They try and make people go around the sides, and they put up fences and stuff to stop people going in certain directions. Very strange. Anyway, here you go. Here is what it used to look like. There you go. In the old days, with the whole thing and then a pit in the middle and all the bits around the outside and stuff. So here you go. Cirencester Amphitheatre. Have a lovely day, everybody. Have an amazing whatever day it is today, Thursday. I've got to head into town today and do some stuff. Send love out into the world, and remember, don't compare your life to anybody else's life. Only compare your life to your own life. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, and just be a better person than you were yesterday. And that's all you can do in your life, is just become a better person incrementally every single day. I've got a bit of a blur going on here, haven't I? Anyway, take care, guys. I don't know how long this was, but hopefully it was useful and fun, and I will see you all another time. Bye for now.